Hi, everyone. So good to have you here. I want to go ahead and share my screen so we can talk a little bit about the Sagittarius energies. Give me 1 second. Okay. So today we're talking about the energies of Sagittarius. And in this energy, well, first I'll start with the mythology, which really is the archer. And you can see the arrow there, which is, symbolic of the archer projecting into the future. And that you can associate with the word I see. And all of these zodiac signs have terminology associated with it. The last one we did was I Desire with Scorpio. And so we'll see reoccurrent themes with through Sagittarius with the theme of I see, being able to go within, use the third eye, and kind of project outward, kind of like that arrow is showing you. And so the dates here associated with it is November 22nd to December 21st. And this is a very optimistic sign. So we find that Sagittarius is, the energy there is, projecting into the future, very optimistic. The energy is exploration, energetic, and ambitious. And the element that is associated with Sagittarius is this mutable fire. And again, fire is the catalyst to all the other elements. The other elements exist, but they're not initiated or enhanced unless you have that fire sign. And so fire is, again, it can be cardinal, mutable, or a fixed sign. And I just wanted to review those because cardinal is open to change and it's an action type of energy. And then you have the fixed sign, which is resistant to change. And then we have what Sagittarius is, which is a mutable energy, which is adaptable, flexible, and an intellectual type of energy. So we see that this fire energy really is, just this energy of expanding, being able to adapt, and really, a lot of it has to do again with going within and that intellectual fire. So, but I want to talk a little bit about the body parts that is associated with Sagittarius, and that's the liver, the hips, and the thighs. So when we talk more about nutrition, we need to relate that back to the body parts. And so this area of the body is associated with the third chakra or the solar plexus. And each zodiac is also associated with a planet. And so Sagittarius is associated with Jupiter, which is one of the largest planets. It's a very expansive type of energy. We also find that there's a lot of generosity there, definitely a lot of abundance there. So you can see some overlapping energies here with the planetary and the zodiac sign. And again, Jupiter rules the liver and then the pituitary gland, which is in the brain. So we also have, again, that overlapping theme of the intellectual type energy. So going into the nutrition energy, so thinking about the time of year, we're in North America, we're in early winter. Again, we're going within, we're having that downward energy shift, right? So as reflected in nature, we're going within, we're reflecting, we're, reflecting on the year that has just gone by and trying to project now with what we want to do next. So what is the next year going to bring? How can we be like that archer and set our arrow forwards into the new year, and take this time to be reflective and look within. So we're preparing for, again, that deep hibernation. We're taking in more calories, we're slowing down, we're not going outside maybe as much. And again, we're doing some contemplation, really thinking about the past year and what's to come next. So a little bit about the seasonal foods. So we're looking at bitter or pungent flavors. And so these flavors tend to be stimulating for the liver. So thinking about our liver helps to detox, does lots of things for the body, but we need to really focus on some of these foods and herbs during this time so we can find that in arugula, mustard greens, radish, and turmeric. And these are just to name a few. And turmeric also has that heating quality. It's a very hot type of herb, and it's overlapping with a food, right? So the herbs that are associated with Sagittarius, you'll find dandelion, sage, and rosemary, and gotu kola. So dandelion, we know, is very cleansing for the liver. Again, the pungent herbs like sage and rosemary, also associated with that Jupiter energy. And gotu kola is it's a stimulant for the brain. It really helps with mental clarity, and lots of other things. And just remember, herbs are wonderful for many different reasons, but we have to also take into account that each herb has its own constitution. And so just taking an herb for an ailment isn't necessarily the best thing to do. And it's best to work with an herbologist or an herbalist to find that pairing that's best for you. But overall, these are good herbs in general for this category. And so thinking about stimulating the body through movement, right? So again, we want movement with freedom and adventure. So thinking again with that spirit of Sagittarius, that physical exploration. You could be hiking, backpacking, taking a road trip, or any form of travel. It's exciting for Sagittarius, right? This is really in their wheelhouse. That free movement, so yoga, dancing, or any form of exercise that promotes flexibility and openness. Again, being outdoors and in nature and exploring different sports. So that's that adventure portion of Sagittarius, that it loves to explore, be adventurous, something new, and it's exciting to them. So ways to empower the mind. So we want to think again about connecting the heart and the mind. And so Sagittarius, we're trying to cultivate curiosity and wisdom. So a few ways we can do that is really exploring new ideas, right? We want to think about ways that we can really stimulate that intellectual energies of Sagittarius. So exploring new ideas, that can be going to a local group, finding a new book or a new topic to delve into. Again, studying and learning. I love Audible, listening to different topics and books, podcasts. There's so many different ways to learn now. And then that goes into number 3, expanding your mental framework and having an optimistic mindset. So all of that is, kind of overlaps with all of this that we're talking about with the Sagittarius energies. And then feeding the soul. So we want to align with freedom, truth, and purpose, right? So follow your inner compass. And I love that this is the first one for Sagittarius, because if we're not following our inner guidance, we're not following our truth, and we're relying on something else externally. So we want to go within to find that inner compass, our true purpose, and the reason why we're here. And it also makes me think of the arrow again with the archer, following that path that you've laid out for yourself. You want to embrace spontaneity, which is so exciting for Sagittarius. Embody optimism and gratitude. And you could do that in so many different ways, through prayer, through giving back to the community. There's so many ways, right? And number 4, I love that it's included that spiritual exploration is included here. So, we can explore physically, but we can also explore spiritually. So physical and then spiritual exploration. So, and again, we can do that in so many different ways. It could be through prayer, through meditation, through chanting, and there's so many different ways. And number 5, live authentically, right? That kind of goes back to number 1 with following your inner compass, to be aligned with your truth, and to really learn and do the inner work that's necessary to live authentically, to find out who you really are, what you're meant to do here. And that's really what the essence of 7 Hermetics is to help you to find your true purpose and your reason, and being able to work with these energies as we go through the year. I hope you're enjoying these. I really enjoy learning more about the zodiac and the energies that go along as I go through these videos with you. So please comment below, please like and share. And until next time, thanks so much. Have a great one.